Debates have come up on my feed recently, and I'm wanting to discuss these political debates and if they're effective or not. And the vast majority of the time, they're not. It's usually two people yelling over each other, yelling their points, and by the end of the debates, both participants feel more certain about the beliefs that they already had. And I've been around political volunteering, and I had people coming over and yelling their points to me and talking about how I'm wrong. The best way to deal with that is to just stay calm and then paraphrase what they have to say and then checking in to see if you understand them and then say, that sounds interesting. I'll look into the study you mentioned, or I'll look into what you mentioned. Whenever I did that, they'd go from angry to calm, sometimes even angry to happy, and then just leave. And that was kind of the whole point of it. There'd be no point trying to convince someone of my point when they're so certain about their own point of view. As an extension of that, if you're in a conflict with your partner or your friend, the best way to deal with that is to both of you sit down. One person plays the listener, the other person plays the speaker, and the listener just sits back while the person talks about their perspective and then paraphrases what the other person has to say, checks in to make sure that they've understood it, and hopefully they'll get to the point where they can actually fully empathize with what the speaker has to say. That's the ideal. And then after that, it's the listener's turn to talk. And it's the same pattern. Whenever I did that in my last relationship, it's problem solved. Most of the time, I just didn't understand the other person's perspective. And once I understood, I didn't even need to say my perspective after that. This stuff really works. There was even a study between Democrats and Republicans in America, and the Republicans were split in half. So there was Republican group A and B, and there was also Democrats that were split in half. There were Democrats group A and group B. And the group A's joined together and they just argued it out. And it was the same as I mentioned before. Both people ended up leaving the situation feeling more certain about the beliefs that they already had before. But then group B joined together and they were doing the exercise that I just said, where one person listens, one person speaks, the listener paraphrases and tries to fully understand what the other person's saying. Most of the time when they're paraphrasing, the other person feels validated, and then they keep talking to build an even more of an understanding. And by the end of that, both parties were more open to the other person's point of view, and both of them felt quite calm. And this is America. American politics is very, very intense, to say the least. So if that works there, it can definitely work here when it comes to politics, when it comes to personal relationships. It's very useful. And that's about it. So if you liked that, you like my coaching. So DM me for more details.